Our message affirmation today: I accept the free gift of the present. And I'm sure at one time in our lives we've all heard in one form or another the old adage about the past is the history, the future is a mystery, this moment is a gift, which is why they call it the present. And I'm sure we all heard that in one way or another, because I've heard that for years and years. And there's great truth and great reality in that the present is the very most important time, because that's where we are and that's what we should embrace every day in every way. This moment, and I'm going to use these terms interchangeably: today, present, moment, because it's all the same time. It's where we are, it's what we're doing at this point. This moment is the one that is the culmination of all the moments that have come before. And so this is a very special moment. Whatever moment you're in, wherever you are at that time, that's a very, very special time, because that's where you are. And when we talk about living in the moment and being in the moment, a big part of that is accepting what's going on. Accepting what's going on. I'm sure that so many of us go through our day and a person or a situation or something is happening that we're not happy with or we're not delighted with. And so we get upset and we get frustrated. And in our minds, we want to change this circumstance or this situation. We want to change how this person is interacting with us, or we want to change this situation. We want the traffic to move faster, or we want the supermarket line to move faster, or we just want people to be more agreeable with us. And when we do this, we're sort of not living and enjoying the moment, because we're bringing with us our expectations or our desires from the past, or something that we want in the future, to make today, this moment, something else. And when we're doing that, we're struggling against the universe, because this moment, every moment that we live in, has been created by the universe. The universe has created this, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be at this time. And a lot of us, we do struggle against that, and I know I do. I'm probably as much or more so human than a lot of us here, in that I can find myself oftentimes getting frustrated with a circumstance or a situation. Why isn't this going my way? Why aren't these people cooperating like I need? Why isn't this traffic moving faster? Why am I, behind the woman at the market with 800 coupons and she didn't buy anything that matches up? And, we get in these situations and we get so frustrated. And the reality is that we're there for a purpose, because the universe has created this moment, and this is where we are supposed to be. So when we talk about the fact that we should be living in today, because today is a present, the present is a gift. By that, we need to understand that whatever the circumstance or situation, we don't want to struggle against it. We don't want to be upset. We don't want to try to rework it and frustrate ourselves in that process, because this is how it's meant to be, and we need to be happy in that process, and we need to be understanding that this is where God put us, this is the situation or the circumstance, this is the moment in time where we're supposed to be. And our best thing that we can absolutely do is to understand and accept and go with the flow and go with the understanding that this moment here will never be again, and this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is the moment that I'm supposed to have, and enjoy it. Enjoy being in that. Because when we live in the moment, we accept people, situations, circumstances, and events as they occur. And it's when we struggle against that we find ourselves upset and unhappy and having all kinds of challenges in life. Years ago, I used to have this woman who worked with me in my company, and try as I may, I could just never get her to follow along with the procedures. We had pretty set policies and procedures about the way things were done. And I would get so frustrated with her, and I would go home and I would lay awake almost all night how I was going to have that talk with her and write it. And then in the morning, I usually wouldn't, because I knew that it would just create more anxiety and upset. And one day in that process, it may have taken a few days to get there, but at a point in time, I just decided to let go. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't being done exactly as I wanted, but the things were being done, and you know what? The process was being carried out. When I let go, boy, I actually would sleep at night. It was a wonderful thing not to be awake and trying to rewrite all this stuff that I really didn't have that much control over. And you just let it go. And in letting it go, my life got so much happier and freer. And this is, one of the things that we learn in New Thought. It's about living in the moment, letting go of that stuff that we can't change anyways. And understanding, too, that so many of the times our upset is not really with the person, because we can't change that. Our upset is our reaction to what is going on with that person or that circumstance or that situation, and we're having that, And we're really the only ones in control of our feelings, because at the end of the day, no matter who you interact with or what we're doing or what circumstance or situation we're in, we are the ones in control of our feelings and how we're responding to things. And so when we let these outside events upset us and frustrate us, then we aren't in control of our feelings and emotions, and we aren't aligned with that power and presence of God, which is, of course, what we talk about and why we come here every week and why we meet together and why we follow these wonderful, wonderful New Thought traditions, so that we are more aligned with the power and presence of God, so that indeed we have these lives of great happiness and great health and great prosperity. Your goal this week, and we like to have a goal every week, is to accept people, situations, circumstances, and events as they occur. Live in each moment and know and affirm that each moment is exactly as it should be, because each moment is as it should be. And the thing that takes us to this place of great happiness and great health and great prosperity is understanding and letting go of the past and stop trying to rewrite the future, but living in that moment, enjoying that moment as the gift, as the present that it is to us, because indeed it is a present. So remember that, you know what, bringing the past into today or bringing the present is detracting from your gift, your present. So enjoy your present. And the good news is, as we experience each new day, we step into an opportunity to be in the present. We release the past and we spend limited time in the future. For the present, the now, is where we are fully conscious and aware of the possibilities of life. We are called by God to be conscious of the present moment, to live it faithfully and with the positive faith of our New Thought tradition. Beloved child of God, go forth and live the teaching in this day and always. So as you start your new week tomorrow and you get up and you look in that mirror, know that today is a gift. This is the present. I'm going to live in the present. I'm not going to bring the past in and clutter it up. I'm not going to take away from the gift of the present by worrying too much about the future. I'm going to live in the present, just as God has told us to do. Live in the present and enjoy it, and we absolutely will. All right, I'd like to invite you to join me in prayer. Eternal and loving God, we thank you for this wonderful, wonderful gift we call the present. We thank you, Lord, for guiding us and directing us to live in the moment. We thank you for these wonderful lives of happiness and health and prosperity that you have intended for us, and for allowing us the gift of the present to obtain each and every one of those things. We thank you, Lord, in the name of faith, hope, and love. Amen.